Assalamu alaikum, namaste, Sat Sri Akal, and good evening everyone. My name is Pamela Ashton. I volunteer at the Centre of Wellbeing, Training and Culture. I'm involved in various projects as an artist, poet, and I support cultural events. It is a privilege to be part of this organisation. Welcome everyone to the We Stand Together Peace Concert, as we all stand in solidarity with the victims of Manchester, London and other terrorist attacks. This event is organised by the Centre of Wellbeing, Training and Culture, supported by Rochdale Borough Council, the police, Link for Life and communities of Rochdale Borough and every one of you here present today. Could I please now ask everyone to stand for a minute's silence, followed by the Mayor and Mayoress onto the stage. Thank you, everyone.
We had a minute's silence now. The reason we had that minute's silence was because of hatred. And the father of hatred is ignorance. And I've discovered in my short time as mayor, I spent a lot of time with the Asian community, especially because of Ramadan and Eid, and it's been very illuminating and educational. If only all the races and all the religions in the world could be like we are tonight, and it's similar tonight, the world could be a better place. If we could publicise something, a big effort, even if it's Manchester Town Hall, call it the big meal or something, or have little meals about the place, you could disabuse a lot of prejudices and misconceptions. So that would be my solution to this problem, because if ignorance wins, well, hatred will win. So I would congratulate you on this tonight. I hope we have more of them, but I hope you take this idea away of inviting people into your homes and sharing a meal with them. It's very difficult to hate somebody when you break bread with them. So, pleased to be here tonight. Thank you very much.
Briefly, ladies and gentlemen, the Centre of Wellbeing, Training and Culture has been providing services as a registered charity for over 29 years, locally and nationally. We provide accredited courses in understanding dementia and mental health, supporting carers, employability skills, leadership skills, youth health and empowerment programmes. Also with work placements, work club, Arts for Dementia, Therapy Network Northwest, interfaith, conferences and previously organised Rochdale Mega Melly for 15 years, and including cultural exchange programmes with Pakistan and India, engaging all communities. The centre now provides dedicated training rooms and a conference hall for up to 100 people, and recently opened the new CWTC Wellbeing Cafe.
Thank you to everyone involved in helping to support this event. Briefly, the aim of this We Stand Together Peace Concert is clear: to stand in solidarity with the victims of Manchester, London and other terrorist attacks, to celebrate unity in diversity in Rochdale Borough and Greater Manchester by bringing artists and audiences of different backgrounds through music and art, to give reassurance by being a beacon example of people of different faiths and cultures working together, to educate and unite the people in Rochdale Borough in these challenging times by promoting community cohesion, to look to the future on how our communities can be more resilient, more united, and stand up to those who chose to divide us. For the benefits of our non-English speaking friends, I will just translate the aims of the event in Urdu to keep all engaged. आज के पीस कॉन्सर्ट के मकासद कुछ ये हैं: मैनचेस्टर और लंदन और दीगर दहशतगर्द हमलों के मुतासरीन के साथ इजहार यकजहती के लिए खड़ा होना, रॉचडेल बरो और ग्रेटर मैनचेस्टर में तनू में इत्तेहाद का जश्न मिलकर मौसीकी और आर्ट के ज़रिए मुख्तलिफ पस मंज़र के फ़नकारों और सामईन को लाना, मुख्तलिफ अकायद और सकाफ़तों के साथ साथ काम करने वाले लोगों की एक बीकन मिसाल यानी हौसला अफजाई की तरफ से यकीन दहानी देना। कम्युनिटी में हम आहंगी को फ़रोग़ देने की तरफ से इस मुश्किल वक्त में रॉचडेल बरो के लोगों को तालीम और मुत्तहिद करना, मुस्तक़बिल को देखते हुए कि हमारी कम्युनिटी ज़्यादा मुत्तहिद हो और उन लोगों के सामने खड़े होना जो हमें तकसीम करने का इंतखाब करते हैं। आज के टेबल पर फॉर्म जो मौजूद हैं जिसको आपने पुर करना है, आपको मौका है कि आपके अक़ीदे, शनाख्त या पेशा वराना पस मंज़र के नुक्ता नज़र से आपका अहम पैगाम और ज़रूरियात क्या है। We are aware of issues from terrorism, drugs and alcohol, grooming, hate crime, mental health, etc. Every one of us here wants a way forward. We can only do it if we all think of humanity first, irrespective of race or faith. Cultural differences is an investment, not an expense. We can achieve this if there is respect for all and work together to celebrate the differences. So our suggestions are, as an organization, to address these aims in practice, we need to engage more regularly, be consistent and positive, improve neighborhoods, encourage cultural community cohesion events, educate each other through workshops or conferences, make resources and funding available, educate young people, train and support frontline staff, positive media, develop cultural experts and community leaders, etc. There is no room for evil. Let us be one community. Think positive and put humanity first. Don't let anyone divide us. Our thanks to all the people for supporting this event.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's start this packed programme of superb range of diverse artists, celebrating differences, promoting harmony, peace, tolerance, and providing an opportunity to learn from one another.
It's a real pleasure to be here and to follow such a fantastic choir. Weren't they amazing? I felt so proud of Haywood listening to them sing. It's really my pleasure to be here tonight and to see people from all across the community here. And I think in terms of the reaction to the terrorist attacks that took place in our home city of Manchester and also that took place in our capital city, I think this is the right thing to do for communities to come together. And as long as communities carry on doing that, the people who are trying to drive hatred and division in our society will never succeed. All that will happen is that communities come closer together, support each other, learn more about each other's beliefs and eventually get understanding. And with understanding comes community spirit and knowledge.
You know, one of the things that struck me listening to the wonderful choir a few moments ago was that the choir is a really good example of what happens when we stand together. Individually voices can be weak, but together, what a great voice they make, what a great voice actually of triumph of the human condition. And standing together will give that voice of hope that says to a younger generation, says to an older generation actually, that together we are stronger, together we'll overcome the things that challenge our society. I will never let criminals invoke the name of whole communities, whether it be on behalf of the white community, on behalf of Muslims, on behalf of people from Afro-Caribbean backgrounds, whatever it might be. We've lived in a country where we pride ourselves on tolerance. We pride ourselves that working together, we build something strong together. And actually, we come tonight with that message of hope, that message of togetherness. We are strong together, and let's keep it that way. Let's say we go out of here to give that voice of hope to our communities.
Tonight I am broken. I've been crying again. Words left unspoken. It feels like the end. I waited too long.
I'm the Chief Officer for the Rochdale Council of Mosques, which is an umbrella organisation representing the borough's mosques and the Muslim population of about 30,000 people. Let me begin by saying I condemn all forms of terrorism. There is no space, there is no room for terrorism in Islam, and all those that use the name of Islam, use the name of my faith, of my background, of my culture, they have no space and they belong nowhere in society. And this evening I give you an open invitation to come and talk to us. Our mosques are open, our communities are happy to talk to you whenever you want to, wherever you want to. There are lots of challenging conversations, there are lots of things that needs to be had. This is a great idea, a great event to actually bring people together. We need more social interaction. We need more community events for people to come together, learn about each other.
Wonderful that this event is in Hayward. I've been to so many of these events around the borough, and I'm so delighted that this evening we're here in Hayward. Let's make sure that it's not the last. And I'm thinking, I know it's a long time away, 11 months away, I'm thinking when it comes to planning some community iftars, why don't we have one here in Hayward? Then all of us can be part of an event that I know has been so important in my own life. Tony Lloyd mentioned that he will never let people claim acts of hatred in the name of any particular community. We need to go just one step further and say that those of us who are people of faith in particular, that we will never allow anyone to claim acts not just of terror, but acts of hatred in the name of God. We need to be clear about that, and I know we are. But faith is shown in actions, and this borough and the people of faith, both different traditions of faith, and indeed working with those of no particular faith, all of us have a tremendous opportunity to make a real difference. And it starts small. It starts where people are lonely. It starts where people have feel themselves marginalised. It starts where people feel that they have no one to listen to.
When we remember words carry us away down to the sea. Require from us a song. How can we think of a song in a strange
Could I start by congratulating the organisers of this event? To see the diversity reflected in this hall is truly amazing. I've been asked to say a quick few words on behalf of the Rochdale Catalyst Group. We all stand in solidarity and unity with the victims of the hate attacks that took place in Manchester and London. We stand united, not by faith, race or colour, but in the name of humanity. We stand against those who aim to divide us. We believe that the way forward is to remove any misconceptions people may have of others through dialogue. The way forward is to bring people together, people of different faiths and backgrounds, to engage in interfaith dialogue and to provide a platform for young people to voice their concerns. This can be achieved by creating young leaders from different faiths and backgrounds, by equipping them with the essential knowledge and skills to go out into their communities to deliver projects around issues that they may feel affect them and other young people in their daily lives. An example of this is the Catalyst Leadership Training course, which teaches leadership skills and practice through role play and problem solving. Through such courses we can train young people to become leaders and champions within their own communities, to deliver projects and help bridge communities together through dialogue. After all, it's only through conversation that we can emerge from ourselves and know what others think and feel. I hope that in the future we can all work together to create these young people within our communities and help them, guide them, and enable them to deliver projects that will help bring us together. Thank you very much.
Ain't about we are part of the community. We really appreciate us being invited to these types of events. The second thing is, I think we need to bear in mind, we've seen some horrendous acts of terror recently, whether that be right-wing inspired terrorism in the forms of the attack on Finsbury Mosque, or whether that be Daesh-inspired terrorism, as we've seen here at home in Manchester. But nevertheless, these are challenges that we face, and this is why these types of events are so important. Of course, the police will say to you, be vigilant, keep your eyes out, report hate crime, challenge hate crime, but above all that, and what's really important to us, the police, is this: people coming together, being cohesive, respecting people's differences, and getting on. That's why I thank the organisers for this concert, because that is so important that people get on. And by doing this, as has been said tonight by a number of speakers, we will gradually overcome some of the challenges that we face. Thank you very much.
Like every home that breaks and every song that stands. Wait for it. Till the birds stop singing, no wolf, no guns.
Tonight we all gather to celebrate our towns, communities as one, whether black, white or brown. No one will divide us, together we stand. Cultures united, proud folk of England. We will stay together. Now there are people that wish to disrupt us. There are people from outside of town who come in trying to disrupt us. And when any of that happens, people from the Multi-Faith Partnership work as active citizens with SADGE and the Community Safety Team and Inspector Riley and his team to make sure that that never happens. But we want to talk about positivity tonight. The last thing I will say is, Mohammed, you've given us one hell of an act to follow tonight. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Well, it's a case of follow that, isn't it? What an incredible evening of entertainment and togetherness we've had. All the performers tonight have given their services for free, and we thank them so much for that. Starting at the beginning with Hayward Voice, you get bigger and better every time I see you, and your songs were so pertinent to what we are doing tonight.
Hands up for that, please.
Vincent, I didn't know we had a Dylan in our company, but that was Dylan-esque. It was lovely. I enjoyed the songs that you sang. Mohammed and Shabazz, incredible. Love songs and tabla playing. I don't know how Shabazz does it, and I don't know how he keeps his fingers kind of on his hands sometimes, because he's just incredibly dexterous. Our African music, well, that was something different. I'm not sure, are they still with us? Have they gone? Well, the guy that was playing the harmonica, he didn't take his coat off. I didn't know if he was stopping or not. But brilliant rhythm and everything else about it. Made me want to sing. Kendra, what a powerful singer you are. Indian dancers, fantastic colour, fantastic movement. I sound like an adjudicator now, don't I? I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to go through everybody's performance. Katie, Castleton has talent, Katie O'Malley. And Johnny Alfrey, you know what? I don't think you entered for the Battle of the Bands for the Feel Good Festival, but by all means do so for next year, because you're in with a chance. What incredible performances. I'm going to go back now for a moment to what Tony Lloyd said about apartheid. Apartheid, obviously, is something that was in the past, but unfortunately still exists in the present. And the guy who really made big inroads into getting rid of apartheid in South Africa Had he still been around on Tuesday, he would have been 99. Nelson Mandela was such an incredible force in South Africa. I'm going to use part of what he put in his book, Long Walk to Freedom, just to remind us. No one is born hating another person because of the colour of his skin, his background or religion. People learn to hate, and if they learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Wise words from a wise man, and I think we take that on board. Going forward, just a reminder, my portfolio is neighbourhoods, culture and community. One community. I'm Janet Emsley, and we stand together.
This video is only 2.5 minutes, which is it's about taking away a message in your heart and minds, knowing how much we as human beings sometimes suffer unnecessarily. Be positive, love each other. Thank you all, and God bless.